Thank you, Mr. President. While several civil society reports urged the UPR Working Group to address freedom of religion or belief in Cuba, it was a disappointment that no recommendations challenged Cuba to improve in this area. 3 recommendations from India, Mozambique, and the United Arab Emirates merely asked Cuba to continue current policies. Cuba declared during the UPR that no restrictions and no barriers were standing in the way of religious associations to exercise their right freely. Our report has shown a different picture. The case of the Protestant evangelical churches is telling. While a small minority among them is favored and protected by the state, the large majority are repressed and meet illegally in private house churches. Thus, in 2015, 2,000 places of worship of a single church union were threatened with demolition, and several places were indeed destroyed. We ask Cuba to fully guarantee freedom of religion or belief for all, and to regularize the situation of religious communities forced to gather clandestinely by authorizing them to have appropriate places of worship. Mr. President, while Cuba is in the process of drafting its new constitution, we want to stress that the chosen terminology should guarantee freedom of religion or belief based on internationally agreed standard. This includes the right to manifest beliefs individually or collectively, and also the right to change one's beliefs. Freedom of conscience and the possibility to object to participation in the obligatory military service should also be clearly stated. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
In connection with the contributions of civil society, I would like to comment on certain things that were said this morning. I believe that some of them, perhaps legitimate and nevertheless ignorant of Cuban reality. For example, the representative of the World Evangelical Alliance and that of Christian Global Solidarity have made comments. Those distinguished persons made comments which showed an ignorance of our reality, and I would invite them to study the situation in more detail and invite them to visit our country. Certain of the comments made, such as those for the government of Cuba to allow freedom of expression of religion, including changes of religion, already represent a part of our constitutional rights contained in the draft constitution currently freely being discussed by Cuba's people. So once more, I invite them to acquaint themselves better with the situation and perhaps not make rash comments. As